Ashish? Rashmi, what about you? Okay.
Fullness of life, like extending life and reaching.
Okay. Ayushi, Puneet, what comes to your mind when I say the word wealth?
Something which
Can you
we
hear
can
me?
something which we can leverage in bad times.
Okay. Ayushi, what about you? What comes to your mind when I say the word wealth? Okay. I think Ayushi is busy right now. So, as a common theme which I have observed across all of you, we think that wealth actually equates to finance, financial wealth, right? But let me tell you, there are different types of wealth, and each of these different wealth represents a different currency in the economy of a well-lived life. So, to start with, let me tell you about the first type of wealth, which is so. Let's begin with this. I'm going to walk you through all the different types of wealth, and we are going to share like my experiences, experiences of others, and I would also like to hear your experience on this as well. So, let me tell you a story about time wealth. How many of you are aware who Satya Nadella is? So all of you mostly. Satya Nadella is the current CEO of Microsoft, and I think he has been at the helm of the company for the last 10 years. Satya Nadella has seen a very profound change in his life uh, and his relationship with the time when his son was born. Now, at that time, Satya Nadella was very career oriented and he was probably at the pinnacle of his career. But when his son was born, his priorities and his relationship with the time will change. So Satya Nadella's boy was born with cerebral palsy, and he's a special kid. And we know that like special kids require special attention as well because, as I said, they are special. So what Satya Nadella did at that time was he reevaluated how he's living his life, how he's working, and understanding the importance of time wealth. He set up some ground rule for himself. So he decided that, let's say I'm going to have all the meetings only by 6 p.m. Beyond that, I'm going to take other meeting, etc. And that's how he made sure that he makes the most of his time and he spends that time with his kid and with his family. And not only that, he has inculcated that in the culture of Microsoft as well, which at one time was a little bit notorious for, very, let's say, very not employee-oriented organization. But ever since Satya Nadella has been at the helm of the company has skyrocketed to different heights. They have partnership with OpenAI, and the company has been blossoming. So I would like to ask all of you, how are you investing your time well? How do you make sure that you make the most of the time that you have? Anyone from the audience? Guys?
It's actually Saturday morning and we have a Toastmasters meeting. So we are investing our time wisely.
Okay, that's great. I saw your hand is there.
I usually plan at like stay a night before.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir, before we will the meeting.
Okay. Puneet, you want to share?
Yeah, yeah. So I usually use a to-do list for all my activities, and I try to sometimes bundle things together. Like when I'm walking, I try to bundle it with listening to podcasts or listening to videos. So that's how I try to make most of time.
Okay, great. Anyone from the guest?
Actually, I have a time that I like playing sports. So I have scheduled my day in a way that after my office hours, I go to play table tennis a bit.
Okay.
1 lakh 500 studies. So,
So you want to improve on your time well dimension. Okay. All right. So that is the first type of wealth. Now moving forward, the second type of wealth is called social wealth. So social wealth essentially describes the richness of our relationship. You know, Harvard has done a study over a period of 80 years, and what they have found is that the quality of our relationship is what defines the quality of our life. And I read a very interesting fact somewhere that if you are lonely, which is not a bad thing, and I'm not promoting that. But if you are lonely and if you don't have good social connection, it does not have to be with a specific person. It can be even with nature, with your pet, with your family, etc. If you don't have that, that is equivalent to smoking 10 cigarettes a day. So that's why it's very important that we focus on our social wealth. I want to share a story about a person named as Jose Mujica. So Jose was the former president of Uruguay, and throughout his life, he has been very famous to live a very simple life. I mean, as the president of the country, you are entitled to a lot of your to a certain set of lifestyle. You can buy anything, you can live the way you want. But Jose lived a very simple life, and he actually donated to the other people. There's a very interesting thing which Jose said that for me, a poor person is not one who does not have a lot. A poor person is one who cannot get enough or who always craves for more than what he or she has. So it's a very deep thing, but essentially, I mean, if you always crave for more, you will always feel that you are not wealthy. However, if you make the most of what you have at your disposal, you will lead a good life. With that, let me tell everyone about the format of the meeting. So a typical Toastmaster meeting is divided into three sections. We have the prepared speeches where the speaker comes up with a prepared speech on their topic aligned with their pathway. They will be coming on the stage and then they'll be delivering their speech. The next section is called table topic section, where our wonderful Toastmaster Lakshmi today will be leading the table topic section. And I will not spoil the fun of this section, so Lakshmi will explain what a section is about when she's here. And then at the end, the idea of a productive meeting is if we get some constructive and good feedback from our fellow Toastmasters and guests, so we will have the session with the evaluation. So before we jump into the prepared speech section, we have a wonderful team of evaluator and his team member to guide us through all the evaluation. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Ashish on the stage. Give my round of applause.
Hey guys, the teachers and the evaluators are here. All right. So in regard to evaluation, there are different notions. There are different things. Already the PMOD has told us two amazing wells, right? And I'll be talking about some bit of the wealthy thing also because I believe I want to be wealthy. I'm not right now. In progress, it's never a bad time to celebrate whatever you have done and look upon things that are coming in future. First, wealth must time live, right? How many of you believe that an experience or a time spent is an investment and is something which help us become rich? Many people say experience is the best teacher, right? You all would have heard of it. How many of you believe that? Yeah, experience is the best teacher. Yeah. This notion has been going on for a while. And there are different thoughts about this notion. You know, if experience is the best teacher and time is what makes people experts, then a security guard who is guarding a particular building with a 30 years of experience would have become an expert in that, right? Must be earning a lot of money. Yes or no? Does it happen in life? Right? And there's this amazing book which I read called Catalyst. And in that, the author says that a lot of time when I'm talking to the professionals like these, they say I have 5 years of experience, 3 years of experience, 10 years, 20 years of experience. And he said, I asked him one question. How many years of experience you have working? Anyone? Anyone? No one wants to answer. We equate our experience at work in number of years, but 30 plus years equal to our age minus 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, right? How many of years of experience we have eating or drinking milk and stuff? We don't equate that with experience, right? Any guesses why? Why is that not an experience and working at an office is an experience?
That is something we do for survival.
The same activity we are doing over a period of time.
You're working for job also for a survival in a way.
But if you have generational wealth, then why you want to work?
I will and that underlines it's for survival, right? If you need money, and therefore you work, right? But why do we got? And there was a good answer. The answer was that what you said.
The same activity we are doing over a period of time, it's normal routine. It's not.
But if you equate the same, if you make an Olympic runner or people who do, there is a brisk walk competition in Olympic as well. For those walking people, it is an experience that for 10 years they do it. Can you tell me what is the difference? It's priority one. What else? What else is the difference? Yeah, there's a goal to it. There is a goal to it. Exactly. There is a goal to it. There is something to achieve, and you are measuring it step by step. If you do not measure, if you do not improve, reflect again and again, every day, then time is not turning into experience. You leverage this well in terms of our working, in terms of being a Toastmaster. Even if you are a Toastmaster for 15 years, you will not improve. If every week you are not evaluating yourself, if every week you are not working on what is an area, I have to do better next time I am investing. So the book I'm talking about is Strategies, and that the writer Mr. Chandramouli has amazingly well explained that I can experience and only value. And his experience is a good teacher only and only if that experience is valid. And here I'm not talking about general evaluation rules. Evaluation can be a self-evaluation as well. And mind you, that is actually far, far more powerful evaluation when you evaluate yourself. So I would encourage all of you today, A, evaluate yourself. B, when you are evaluating others, right? So evaluating yourself, part clear. When you are evaluating others, also learn on what can you do better. What the person has did, which you would like to adopt. So today we turn all of you into evaluators. How? We'll be sending a link shortly in the group. And for each of the table topic, we'll pick up one person who will evaluate. All game for them, right?
Yes.
Right? And we will have a written evaluation or on text evaluation aside of the evaluation which we will deliver as a speech for the speakers. We will have the written evaluation for all the speakers. So again, I'll send the link in the group. Anybody who's coming to evaluate, please fill in the details. Sounds good, interesting. So the whole objective of the meeting is to convert the time which we are spending into experience and into time is not well. A person might be 60-year-old. That person is not well. Warren Buffett at the age of 50 had just 1 billion. Now at the age of 90, how many billions he has, you know? 100 billion. Thereby. 1 billion to 100 billion from the age of 50, right? And imagine a 50-year-old would perhaps putting up his or her boot and thinking of retirement, right? And that's the power of continuous working. That's the power of converting time into work. Right? You all can do it also by evaluating the area. All good? So in this evaluation journey, apart from the evaluation which I mentioned, all of us will be doing, we have something called a TAG team. And today, TAG team seems to have more vacancies than RBI of India. All right. So here, first, let me invite timer Toastmaster Vibhanshu to come and share his role. Grammarian and accountant are open. Oh, super. Vacancies are filled. This is the magic of Eloquent. First, let's invite Toastmaster Ivan.
I'm not sure.
We'll help you with that.
So prepared speech, 5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes.
The evaluator will tell you how much it is.
Okay. So hello fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Vanshu and I'm here to evaluate your time. So we all know that time is more precious and we are here to respect each other's time and to conclude the meeting in the given time frame. So now I will evaluate your time by showing you some cards. I will not speak a lot in this meeting, but my cards speak a lot.
Green card,
So
orange card, red card.
For prepared speech, 5 to 7 minutes. So for the prepared speech, the time will be 5 to 7 minutes. So that means within 5 to 7 minutes, you have to complete the speech. When you will complete 5 minutes, I will show the green card. That means everything is good. When you complete 6 minutes, I will show the orange one. That means the time is about to finish. And when I show the red, that means the time is done. And now you have only 30 seconds to conclude your speech. And rest about if I talk about the table topic, the given time is for 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. So in 1 minute, I will show the green card. And in 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show the orange one. And once you complete 2 minutes, I will show the red. Okay, this is the red one, not. Okay, and beside that, we also have evaluation. For the evaluation, it will be for 2 to 3 minutes. Once you complete 2 minutes, I will show the green card. Once you reach on 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show this orange one. And once you reach 3 minutes, I will show this red card. It's hard to remember this.
Pick a better option, right? Yeah, pick a better option.
Yeah,
Pick up red from there, right? Yeah. And once it's beyond 2 minutes 30 seconds, throw the red card on the face of the speaker. Okay, that was a lighter word. We will not be that harsh, guys. Yes. Now we are inviting our next grammarian, and grammarian this is Dikshita, right? Yes. So, Dikshita, please come on the screen.
Hi all, my name is Dikshita and today I'll be playing the role of grammarian. So as a grammarian, I will make a note of good and not so good uses of grammar. So I shall publish my report by end of the meeting. And today the word of the day is affluence, state of having a great deal of wealth or money. And the idiom of the day is hit the ground running, which means to start something with on an immediate effect. That's all. Thank you so much.
Let's hit the ground running with all the affluence in the world and use the 2 words as much as you can. Whenever anybody is using, like all of you did, please show the thumbs up as an encouragement. For the online audience, I'll be observing specifically you whether you are showing thumbs up. You can show either a physical one or you can show the thumbs up emoji and encourage the person who is using the word of the day or the phrase of the day. Now we move to our accountant and we'll invite today's guest accountant to explain his role.
You want to encounter today's role, but don't worry, I will not encounter. So the purpose of encounter is what is the sounds used in the overall meeting. During the meeting, I will listen to overuse and the overuse words include and, well, but, so, you. This means that it's overuse.
That was great. He made sure he's not using himself. That's why make it fast and good. Yeah, but maybe he took the value of time too seriously. Either of it can be true, but either case, Yuvraj is Yuvraj, and we look forward to your report. That was about that team. Of course, at the end of the meeting in the evaluation section, stay tuned to listen to all of us in regard to evaluation report. So, our speakers who are with us in this journey. On that happy note, let's invite our affluent Toastmaster of the day to take the session forward.
Toastmaster Ashish. Gurgaon Champions Toastmaster Club. I'm not sure who is joining, but can you switch on the camera? Okay. I should not. Champions Toastmaster.
That's us only.
Yes. Ayushi, if it's possible, can you also please switch on your camera so that we have a better engagement within the online and offline audience? All right. So moving forward, as you could have seen here that I'm going to talk about 5 types of wealth. I have already covered 2 types of wealth, and I'll be covering the rest during the session. But let's start with the first session for today, which is the prepared speeches. We have 3 affluent speakers today, and we'll start with the first Toastmaster Pritish. So Toastmaster Pritish is a lawyer who enjoys to swim both while working and while he's not working in an actual pool. So while working, he's swimming to serve against the rough tides of his boss. And post-work, he's testing himself inside the actual swimming pool. So I would like to invite the evaluator for Toastmaster Pritish first to describe the agenda of his speech, and that would be Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you so much, PMOD. So today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Pritish, is pursuing the path of persuasive intelligence. Oh, sorry, persuasive influence. I'm sorry for that name. This is level 2, right? Yeah, normally introduction to the vocal variety and body language comes in level 2. You mentioned level 2, right? Yeah. So he's giving today level 2 project 3 speech. The purpose is for the introduction of the speaker to the vocal variety and body language. So aside of looking at the general aspects of speeches, I'll be looking at how well the speaker has used the vocal variety and body language. And the timer, please note, time is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Pritish on the stage. Toastmaster Pritish. Beyond the ticking clock. Beyond the ticking clock, Toastmaster Pritish.
Vardhan. Yes, Vardhan. So after behind you there are 11 types of police. Oh sorry, 12. Oh sorry, 13. Kindly decide and call. Vardhan. Yes, Vardhan. So it's 11 from different countries. All right. Kindly note, it's not difficult to catch down, but it's impossible. Police from 11 countries, my God. How will I survive? Let me go back in the past and correct my mistakes. Go back, past and correct. Back back. Back, I said. Go back. Go back. Maybe it's not listening to my Irish voice, so I'm going down. Go back, I said. Go back, I said. It's not even listening for slow-pitch voice, so let's make it video. Go back, I said. Go back, I said. To correct my mistakes, I smuggled gold worth 2,000 crores. I want to time travel. Go back, not forward. Back, 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 back. Let me try it in slow motion. Go back. You seem to be optimistic, always moving forward. Okay, here I'm having stress. Police from 11 countries are behind me. Take me to 5 o'clock. I have a date with my girlfriend Sonia. Take me to 5 o'clock. Move forward. It doesn't seem to listen to my high-pitched voice and tone it down. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. My body language doesn't seem to be working, so I won't use that. Move forward. Move forward. Don. 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 Amitabh. Amitabh. Who is it? This is Rajesh Khanna from the movie Anand. Oh, Rajesh, you, that particular guy who kind of spreads joy and tells that time is not important and you should work on spreading joy and being joyful. Yes, yes, yes. Today I'll give you an important lecture. What, Rajesh? Why are you so? I'm not sure. So Amitabh is here and Rajesh is here. So Rajesh is telling Amitabh. So Amitabh, you seem to be worried about your past and your future. You were worried you want to correct your past, and you were worried you want to correct your future. You want to go back in the future. Rajesh, my police from 11 countries are chasing me. And though I told them that they can't catch me, but I'm scared. What's your age? Amitabh, it's 28. 100 minus 28, how much is it? 72. What do you mean? Babu Moshai? Babu Moshai. Babu Moshai? Babu Moshai. Do you know anything beyond Babu Moshai? Babu Moshai, now listen, Amitabh. जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए, लंबी नहीं. In Rajesh, in Toastmasters, Hindi is not allowed. So, I could be large. I get it. So, I can understand that, Amitabh, I can understand that you are worried and you wanted to go back forward and have a kind of date with a girl from Sonia. But why are you worried about it? I mean, Rajesh, I puked last time on my face. I puked. I was scared. What type of don are you? छोटे छोटे देशों में बड़ी छोटी बड़ी बड़ी बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती हैं हमें राजेश again Hindi is not allowed in big cities small things are allowed so I'm going to give you an important lecture. Your timer doesn't seems to be behind you apart from the police of 11 countries. The important lecture is instead of worrying about the future or the past, stay in the present, enjoy in the present, and live in the moment. Instead of worrying about what will go wrong, what will go right, stay in the present moment and enjoy life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratish. Every time you come on the stage, you try to do something different. And I'm really interested to know where did you get this clock from? Did you break your actual clock at your home, or did you buy the small message? And you broke that. Okay. Okay. Great. So after that interesting speech by Toastmaster Pratish, our next Toastmaster is an HR. He is a very integral part of this club. He has donned many hats, and whenever he comes on the stage, he sets the stage on fire. He always trying to bring something new to whatever role he plays. And when he's not working, he likes to introspect a lot. So by looking at each other's face, can you guess who the next speaker is? That's it. Okay, so yeah, Toastmaster Bhavesh is our next speaker. But before inviting Toastmaster Bhavesh, I would like to invite his evaluator, which is Toastmaster Anurag. Give a good round of applause to Toastmaster Anurag.
So, Toastmaster Bhavesh is today giving speech on the pathways effective coaching. It's level 2 speech and project 3. The purpose of the speech is, purpose of project is how Toastmasters envisions mentorship. Right? So the time for the speech is 8 to 10 minutes. So I will see how well your speech is organized, how well you are able to connect with the audience, and your body language and other aspects. Thank you, and back to the
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Just to clarify, the time is 8 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Bhavesh on stage. Toastmaster Bhavesh. Raju sir. Toastmaster Bhavesh. Toastmaster Bhavesh. Raju sir. The stage is all yours.
Everybody who doesn't do the work you are best at knows how to do it better. You want me to repeat? Yes. Everybody who doesn't do the work you are best at knows how to do it better. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon. Today I stand in front of all of you to talk about something that has shaped me in ways I could never imagine. Mentorship. We often think of mentors as people who would formally take us under our wings, guiding us through life's experiences, through structured lessons and planned conversations. But sometimes mentorship is subtle. We often find mentors in people we meet by chance, and in those moments which seem small but change us forever. For me, that mentor was Rajendra Sikdar sir, or as we dearly call him, Raju sir. Now, I spent 2 very good years with that person, and if you have 2 very good minutes, I'd like to walk you all through my journey. Let me take you back in the year 2013. I had just passed my 8th grade examination with flying colors, I was a studious, nerdy kid who didn't know anything beyond books. At 14, fresh out of puberty, I had no real sense of the world beyond academics. And that's when I decided to join Raju sir's evening tuition classes for math and science. Now, Raju is a Bengali man. He married his childhood sweetheart, by the way, and had two lovely daughters. The elder one was 6 years older than me. The younger one was a year younger than me. He used to work in LIC by the day and used to shape young minds during the evening as well. Over the course of next 2 years, from 2013 to 2015, there were 4 key incidents which took place, which shaped me into the person I am today. Incident 1, finding confidence. Now, people in the room and on the virtual dais who know me, would you all agree when I say that I am a sociable person and I can have good conversations and I can be fun at parties? Would that be a yes or no? Anurag, Dikshita, you guys know me, right? I am today, I was not. Teachers' Day, 5th September 2013. I was a shy and a nerdy kid, as I rightly mentioned at the start. Didn't know how to have conversations, didn't know how to actually enjoy at parties. But in that very party, I don't know, something snapped. And I decided to dance. I don't know what came into me, but I decided to dance, not just a little, but wholeheartedly. To my surprise, I was cheered by my peers. I was the center of attention in that party. The very next day, Raju sir gave me the biggest compliment of my life. He said, and I quote, "Bhavesh, you are my rock star. You are my all-rounder. Not only you are good in academics, but you were the highlight for yesterday's parties as well." Now, can you all imagine or think how that compliment would have sat with me? That day and today, I know how to command attention. I know how to have good conversations. I am fun at parties, love to dance. Found my confidence. Incident 2, dealing with failure. 9th grade results came out. I had a 9.2 CGPA, not bad, but not the topper status I was used to, right? I had disappointed my parents, my teachers, but most importantly, myself. But the look on Raju sir's face hit me the hardest. He didn't scold me, he didn't lecture me, but there was a look. That look was the look of quiet disappointment. I took a pledge. I took a pledge that in 10th boards, I get a perfect 10 on 10 CGPA, which I eventually did. And I learned a lesson. Realize that failure isn't just about numbers. It's about expectations. It's about self-worth. Most importantly, it's about the drive to do better. Incident 3, the first confession. By the time I reached in my 10th grade, something else had changed. I had developed a crush on his younger daughter. And from what I could tell, the feeling was mutual. It wasn't ektarfa. So I decided, Teachers' Day party of 10th standard, 5th September 2014. I'll confess my feelings to her. I found a very quiet corner under the staircase. I stumbled upon her and I confessed that I like you. The moment I uttered these words, Raju sir walked by. He stopped, he glanced at us, gave an unreadable look, and started walking again. Till date, I am not sure whether he heard us or not, but I learned a lesson. Learned the lesson of taking risks. Some things will go wrong, something will go right, but if you're not gonna take the step, you'll never get the girl. I got mine. She was my first girlfriend, the first love of my life. Incident 4, the toughest conversation. I confessed my feelings in the month of September. We started dating. Then came the month of February 2015, the month of February, the month of love, the month of Valentine's Day. It was my first Valentine's Day with my first ever girlfriend. I was 15 years of age. I decided, let me gift a card from Archie's to my girlfriend. It's easy enough. I know that. I called her and then she asked me that just leave the card on my dining table. I'll just pick it up before someone else can have a look at it. I did the same. I entered the house. I left the card on the table, entered my classroom, went for the session, came out of it, saw the card wasn't there, went back to my place. About 30 minutes later, I got a call from Raju sir. In a very nonchalant voice, he said, Avish, I think you had a perfect score in your last test. I'm sure that you're actually doing well. Be prepared, be focused, be on your track. 10 boards are near. I'm like, yeah, sir, I will. In a very nonchalant voice, he said, I think you left the card on my dining table 30 minutes earlier tomorrow and we'll have a conversation about it. What card, sir? Yeah, you left a card on my dining table. Just come 30 minutes earlier tomorrow and we'll have a conversation about it. Cut the call. Did the same. The very next day, went to my tuition classes. Reached 30 minutes earlier. He opened the door, escorted me, he made me sit, handed over the card to me, and the first question he asked me, what are your feelings for my daughter? I gulped. I could have panicked, I could have run, I could have created a hysteria, I could have not encountered, confronted. But something about that man's presence made me calm. I said, I love you. Can you imagine the depth of this situation? I am that man's house, which happens to be my tuition center as well. And I'm confessing to that man that I love your daughter. Made me learn this. With a bit of honesty and a gentle heart, you can survive any difficult conversation with grace. That will be just vulnerable, honest, open. Raju sir was never a tutor to me. He was more than a tutor. He was a mentor. I met by chance, changed my life forever, made me into a person I am, gained my confidence, learned how to deal with failure, learned how to have difficult conversations, and to confess my feelings as well. The purpose of this entire narration, ladies and gentlemen, is for all of you to understand the power of mentorship, the subtle mentorship. I have all those lessons very dear to me right now. And as we are progressing in this club, I'd urge for all of you to enroll as mentees and for the experienced Toastmasters to enroll themselves as mentors. And personally, for myself, all these lessons, I'd love for them to be imparted to some new individual who can change his or her individual journeys, not just personally, but professionally as well. Those are the lessons I have. That is the impact I want to create. And that's what me and myself as a mentor will bring to this table. Thank you so much. Back to your team now.
Thank you so much for that lovely speech. I think now you guys can understand when I said that he sets the stage on fire, it truly lives up to this expectation. And also good to hear that you have accumulated a lot of social wealth from Raju sir and his family. So that was lovely to hear. Yes, daughter here, daughter. And I was trying to take a bigger bucket, other than specifically pointing out that. But yeah, good to hear that, Bhavesh. One thing before we move forward for the third speech, and that's like apologies for that. After every prepared speech, we take 1 minute to give feedback to the speaker. So let's take 2 minutes. First of all, let's start with giving 1 minute feedback for Bhavesh. Just use your WhatsApp, the guest group or Eloquent member group, and just write what you liked about Bhavesh's speech. And then we'll move on to the feedback for Preeti's speech. So that takes 60 seconds for Bhavesh's speech feedback starts now. Okay, I hope each one of you have given the feedback for Toastmaster Bhavesh. Now let's feedback for Toastmaster Pritesh as well. Your time starts now. Raise your hand once you are done with it. All right. I hope all of you have given feedback for Toastmaster Bhavesh and Toastmaster Pritesh as well. Now, moving on to the last prepared speaker for the day, which is Toastmaster Ayushi. I would like to invite our evaluator on the stage, the Maverick Toastmaster Anurag again.
Thank you. So my next speaker is giving speech on the pathways visionary communications. It's a level 1 speech, and the time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The objective of speech is to practice vocal writing and body language. Best of luck, Toastmaster Ayushi.
Can we spotlight Toastmaster Ayushi?
Just so
Yes.
am I audible and visible?
Yeah, all good. Okay, Toastmaster Ayushi, all the best for your speech. Toastmaster Ayushi, a hand on my shoulder, a hand on my shoulder, Toastmaster Ayushi. The stage is all yours.
I am sitting on a park bench and I stare blankly at my phone's black screen, clenching it really hard. One part of me thinks that I should do this. But the other part thinks that after all this, why should I even bother? I feel lost, uncertain about what to do next. But then I feel a gentle hand on my shoulder. Have you ever felt lost or uncertain about what to do next? I have too. Back at home, when I was on my study table, I see my phone ringing. It's a name on the screen who I haven't talked to in a very long time. It's Anya, my childhood best friend. I pick up the phone. Hello, she says. And as soon as I hear her voice, a million memories rush back. And there are so many questions that are flooding in my mind. Where has she been all this time? Wait, all of a sudden, why is she calling me now? Is she all right? I hope she's not in any trouble. Hello, Ayushi, are you still there? I don't have the courage to ask what is going on in my mind, so I just say, hi, yes, I'm here. She asks, Ayushi, do you remember our school days together? Of course, they were the best. And do you remember, we used to dream sitting at the last bench of the class about our wedding days. Oh, yes. I always imagined the venue being decorated with chandeliers, orchids, pink roses, your favorite, and beautiful warm lights. The tables would be set with roses and candles, and you would be standing in a beautiful wedding dress, the dress that we would have picked up together. They were the good golden days. Anya says, Ayushi, I'm getting married tomorrow. I would love for you to be a part of it. I'll text you the venue and I'll see you tomorrow. And just like that, she hung up. How would she do that to me? I just need some air, so I close the door behind me and I step outside. I walk towards the nearby park. I think about the day I graduated. I wanted to celebrate it with her, but she wasn't there. And the day I lost my job. She told me she'll call back, but the call never came. We had celebrated every birthday since we were 6. But now, we don't even text each other happy birthday. And now she calls me out of the blue and she wants me to attend her wedding. Thoughts collide in my mind. On one hand, I think maybe I should attend her wedding. But on the other, I can't help but think that why should I even bother attending it? I feel lost and uncertain, and I really don't know what to do next. I spot a vacant seat on the park and I sit there, clenching my phone really hard. But then I feel a hand on my shoulder. It's my mom. One look into my eyes and she knows immediately that something is wrong. She sits beside me and asks, I know that look. I've seen it since you were wearing mismatched socks and you thought that it was a fashion statement. Now is not the time, Mom. Just don't. But what happened? Tell me, my mom asked. Anya and my friendship has drifted away and there is nothing I can do about it. She's getting married tomorrow and she wants me to be there. And I don't know whether to go or not. And my mom asks, and there is a problem because, Mom, that's not how I imagined. I will be a stranger there. I will be that awkward friend who doesn't know whether I should give her a hug or just do a handshake. My mom listens to all the grumblings I have to say. And then when I'm done, she says, in spite of the difference the two of you have, you are still her best friend, Ayushi. You are the one who she used to share her best moments with. And on the biggest day of her life, she invited you. That counts for something, right? I think you're right, Mom. But I don't have any wedding present to gift her. What should I do? My mom said, be a hand on her shoulder. That is the greatest present you can gift. There are moments in life when you would feel lost or uncertain. You will sit there in silence, not sure what to do next. But then a hand on a shoulder reminds you that you're not alone. The day I graduated, my mom was so proud. And the day I lost my job, my mom was sitting next to me and I had her shoulder to cry on. My mom was the hand on my shoulder. I attended Anya's wedding. Standing in a beautiful wedding dress, she was the most beautiful bride I had ever seen. And in spite of our differences, my childhood dream did come true. I did attend her wedding. And when we met, it felt like I was still with the same little girl who used to sit next to me in school. And you know what? On the biggest day of her life, I got to be a hand on her shoulder. Do you know someone who's lost, uncertain, screaming silently? You don't need the perfect words or the perfect moment to show them your support. All you need to do is to be there. It is the most precious gift you can give. Be a hand on their shoulder. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Every time you come on the stage, I feel like I'm listening to a podcast. That you talk very smoothly, very calmingly. It feels very good to hear your speeches. So let's take 30 seconds to give a quick feedback for Ayushi on the WhatsApp chat. All right. I hope all of you have given the feedback to Ayushi. Okay. So moving forward, before we jump into the table topics section, let's explore the third type of wealth, which is the mental wealth. I think this is probably one of the most important form of wealth as of now. I mean, post COVID, things have changed a lot around us, so it's important to invest in your mental wealth. Let me share a story. I think most of you would have heard about Jack Dorsey. Right now, like he's living a very different life from, let's say, the life that he used to live 10 years ago. But Jack Dorsey was the person who found Twitter and I think Space. So he found two companies. Back in 2011, he was working for 16 hours a day. He was at a point where he had a burnout. He was not able to perform very well. So what Jack Dorsey did at that time was change his lifestyle. He started meditation. He started cycling to the office. He also encouraged people to focus on their mental health as well. So after that, what he said is that investing in my mental wealth is the biggest investment of my life, not the investment in any of the company that I have made over the years. So I think that's why it's very important to invest in our mental wealth. And I would like all of you to ask what you are doing to invest in your mental wealth. Anybody likes to share what they are doing?
Yoga, swimming.
Okay. Anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else?
Journaling works very good.
What?
Journaling.
Journaling. Okay. So all of these are great ways to invest in your mental wealth. It's there's no one size fits all. It depends from person to person, but things like meditation or journaling it helps us a lot to improve our mental wealth. Let's do a short exercise. This is what I have learned. I don't know, I read it somewhere, or is it a golden rule? Whenever I'm stressed, I follow a 4-7-8 rule. What that means is that you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then you exhale for 8 seconds. So let's do it. It's not going to take too much time, but are all of you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's inhale for 4 seconds. Now hold for 7 seconds. Now let's exhale for 8 seconds. All right. I hope you all would have, felt the difference. Wherever you are in your life, you are stressed about something, things are not going your way. It does not require a very, dedicated time or huge effort. Just follow this 478 approach, and I'm sure you will start feeling better. Moving on to the fourth type of wealth, which our guest also talked about, is physical wealth. So one of my favorite WWE wrestler, because I'm a 90s kid, so I have grown up watching a lot of WWE. So Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he was called by his stage name The Rock, but now he's very popular in the entertainment industry as well. Not a lot of people know that he actually started his career playing football, but due to injuries, he couldn't make his career in football, and he was very depressed. And that's when he shifted his focus on the physical fitness. So if you read his story, if you hear from him, for him the most important thing is the physical health. He trains very rigorously. He wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning. He has a lovely gym at his home, and wherever he goes on a movie set, he takes kind of his portable gym with him. So for him, his physical wealth has helped him to improve his mental and social and all the other wealth as well. That's why it's very important to focus on physical wealth, because that's like the foundation that sets up for the success. We will discuss the fifth type of wealth later on, but before that, I would like to invite our table topic master, Toastmaster Rashmi. Give her a few round of applause.
One request, please raise your hand to volunteer who is evaluating the program. I'll take a note, I'll invite.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm your table topic master. And this is one of the most fun sessions of the meeting. So because we have guests today, so I would like to give you a brief how all this session works. So I would give you some random topics, mostly based on the theme of the meeting. And I would like to call you on stage. You can speak for 1 to 2 minutes. The minimum time limit is 1 minute. And the maximum is 2 minutes. And we give you a grace timing of 30 seconds. And because we have a twist in today's meeting, that we would evaluate the table topic speakers as well. So are we doing it on WhatsApp?
Yeah, so they'll raise their hand and note down the evaluation, and you have the link as well. Now or later on, you can send it in the link also. If you wish to directly do it in the link, most feel free. That is everything. So we'll be inviting you to share that evaluation, right? For a minute. Right?
Okay. So before we dive into the topics, I would like to take you back to my college days. In my college days, I was completely an introvert. I was very difficult for me to make beyond my friend circle. It was difficult for me to talk to strangers or say hello to other batchmates of different section, and I was mostly involved in my friend circle only. But 5 years after my graduation now, I think I'm able to talk to strangers, start a conversation, or keep the conversation going and talk beyond the small talks. And what helped me is definitely my career, my traveling, and of course the curiosity in me. And there was always a curiosity in me to talk to different kinds of people who have walked different walks of their life and know their perspective. So that has helped me change. But then there was still one more thing that made me less confident of different topics. Every time someone used to call on stage, I was like, I either did not raise my hand or look the sideways. But then in order to conquer that fear and in order to build more, be more confident, I started raising my hand. I used to come on the stage whenever I get the chance to build my confidence, to speak on the topic impromptu, and that's how I slowly build my confidence. So I would urge everyone to come to the stage and participate and maybe explore a different side of yourself. So let's hit the ground running. and start with the topics. Who would like to come first?
No.
So who is evaluating for Himanshu? Manish. I do not. It's not. Himanshu. So Himanshu, your topic is, what's more important in a job for you, money or learning? What's more important in a job for you, money or learning?
So, okay. Hello everyone. I'm currently working as a senior analyst, and I was faced with this question 6 months back when I was looking to switch my jobs, and I was trying to figure out whether I should go for more money or whether I should opt for a career in which I learn more. And finally, I reached to the conclusion that I think learning is the main thing which everyone should strive for. And that's why I decided to join a startup, which was at a very nascent stage and was having an employee count of around 30 only. But I was unsure that whether this company would be a right fit for me, but I knew that it would provide me great learning. And I wasn't offered that much of a hike which I could get from the other companies or in the industry. That learning is the one thing which I should strive for and which I should go for. And apart from not only in the career, I think in every stage of life or in every field which you choose, learning is the main thing, be it my sports, which I'm currently pursuing as well. I started playing tennis around a year back, but slowly and gradually I developed my skill in that. And it was only through the learning and not focusing on the money part, that what is the spending that I'm doing on that or what would be the return from it. I was only focusing on the learning, and that has helped me a lot. So to answer that, I think learning is the main thing which everyone should focus on and should strive for. Thank you.
Relate to your story, because when I started my professional career, I joined a company which only had 6 people, and it was a startup only. It was into drones, and I was very excited to join that company. I was in touch with the founders, directors, one-on-one, and it helped me grow along. Okay, so Bhavesh, okay, you're posting on WhatsApp. Okay. Later. So who is coming next? Okay, we'll see them into the Okay, so your topic is, what's a small habit that makes you feel wealthy on the inside?
Small habit that make me wealthy from inside is the time management and having the mental peace, because these are very important in our life. Because time management is very important, because you learn that how to manage the pressure and stress and how to allocate your task. As well as the mental peace is very paramount for me. Is very paramount for me, because without peace you cannot do anything. And to achieve the mental peace, the one of the best way is to indulge in any exercise. The best way is to do gym. Gym will provide you the best mental peace, because it's the only place we will never get feel depressed, stressed, because it should be your first priority in their life, because nobody will judge you, and you will be not anger, you will not develop any angry, you will not be develop any negative feelings where you feel very sad, because gym motivates you a lot, because the best therapy of the life is gym, and without gym the life is very boring. To sum up, I would like to say that time management and mental peace, these are the crucial factors for the success in the life. If you don't know how to manage your time, then how will you give your time to manage your girlfriend and wife? Thank you.
Thank you, guest Raj. Indeed, gym is the place where you can release your stress. Who is the value Raj?
I validated it. So
Okay.
for the next, let's.
Who is coming next? Anyone from the online audience? Puneet, Ayushi?
Yeah, I can go.
I just gave a speech.
Would you like to go for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Volunteers? Will you value me? Okay. Yeah, great. Yuvraj will value me.
Okay, Puneet, your topic is if you win 10 lakh rupees, but only if you never check your phone for a week, would you do it? Do you want me to repeat the topic?
Yes, please.
If you win 10 lakh rupees, but only if you never check your phone for a week, would you do it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if I get this option that I'll get 10 lakh rupees if I don't check my phone for a week, I'll indeed say that I can do it for less than 10 lakh rupees as well. That because this is something which I'm trying to do from a long time now, that reducing my screen time on the phone, not being tempted by scrolling the reels on Instagram, scrolling the reels on Facebook. So this is something which I'm trying to do for a lot of time now. So this is something which I'll do for a lot less money. Of course, this will help me grow as a person, trying to be more focused. That is actually one of the reasons which I'm trying to reduce my screen time. So yeah, I'll do it for a lot less than 10 lakh rupees. Thank you.
Thanks, Puneet. If someone would have asked me this 5 years back, definitely I would have said yes. But now I don't think so. I can live without my phone for a week. Okay, so who is coming next? What is one relationship in your life that has made you feel richer than money ever could? Chandni?
Who's value?
Okay. So, to answer this or to start this, so I believe it depends on the stage of your life. So when we started our journey, of course, when we were at the childhood stage, that person was, of course, mothers. For boys, it is mothers. For girls, it is father. That is the common thing. But I feel as you grow more mature, and you grow up in your life, you need one person who can be there uh, at every time, at every stage of your life, be it a good or bad. And I think that is your partner or for me, my wife. So where with whom you can share all the feelings. So she's not the person who is judging me based on the pre-notions or pre-mindset. She's judging me based on my feelings. So I've been married from last 1 year, and but we were in a relationship for last 5 years. So and I felt that that peace or that it's different word. You can't tell that in feeling in words, but there is a different feeling. That space you get, private space, or that area where you can express yourself, you can cry, you can laugh, and there's no one to judge you. So I think that is the best feeling, and that's where I feel best. Thank you.
Great to hear your thoughts. For me, I think the relationship with my dog is richer than the wealth because he gives the unconditional love for very little. So, okay, who is coming next?
I'll be very good.
Are you ready for this? Imagine your credit card could talk. Do you have a credit card? Okay. Imagine your Google Pay can talk. What scandalous secret would it reveal about your spending habits?
We have this spotlight.
He's a lawyer.
Question as to what it will reveal. It will reveal my whole. Where I spend my money, from whom I get money, who pays me, to whom I say, need to pay me more. Sometimes the server is also down. Then I ask the person again to send it to me. So it will basically reveal my lifestyle, my spending habits as to where all do I spend, with whom do I spend, and as to what do I do with respect to money, and how much I spend every month. And it will disclose everything to my mother actually. That's it.
Who's coming next? Ashish, Bhavesh, Vishal. Okay.
It's a very interesting.
Everyone? Or
Your choice.
of course, for the different one. Okay. If time is money, are naps considered investment or expenses? If time is money, are naps considered investment or expenses?
Thank you. Everyone says time is money. Really? I try to convince my wife for that. If one thing she completely disagrees is that time is money. Because for her, the best time invested is, you know what? In the afternoon, lying on the bed for nearly 3 to 4 hours. I'm not exaggerating. For nearly 3 to 4 hours, just to relax and calm her down and recharge her energies. I think in her views, it is completely investment, and the money invested in the sleep is paying some rich dividend. But I'm yet to figure out in which bank account it is getting credited, so that I can maybe withdraw something from there. But for me, very honestly, what I learned, I used to be like a sloth. For a good part of my life, I used to wake up pretty late, but get up even later. So sleep for me was something which I used to love. I used to enjoy, and I used to consider it like an investment. But as I grew up and I started reading books, by some chance, I realized that the sleep is the need of the body. Of course, there has to be a certain level of sleep. But often it is said that people who are sleeping for a very, very long time are wasting their life. It's not really a productive time beyond the recharge value it has. So that taught me, in my view, it's not really a huge investment, but for the recharge. But indeed, you need to invest your life into a meaningful way in order to gain. But in view of my wife, definitely. How about you?
All right. Okay. All right. So next, Vishal, Dikshita, Bhavesh, Anurag.
Actually, first of bench already won. So
Let's see what I
It's okay. Your topic is, you have been hired to create a course called How to Look Rich Without Being Rich. What would be the first lesson? You want to take time to think. Okay, you have been hired to create a course called How to Look Rich Without Being Rich. What would be your first lesson? Over to you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
Biggest disparity that I have seen, the people who are really rich, like Mark Zuckerberg, he always looks in a very complete and simple form. Whenever you look him, you can't judge him if you don't know him. This guy is millionaire or billionaire. But at the same time, there's another set of people in our society. All fancy things, everything, gold chains, even it's not real gold, made up of all those things. If you don't know him, it gives you an illusion. Wow, this guy is so much rich. What's the look? What's the representation over here? That's the dichotomy I think that's going in our society. So if you really want to trick the society, you want to trick people who really don't know you. There are a lot of, I think, avenues available in these days. Simple, cheap products available in the market. You can just assemble it, make up yourself, and you can look cheap. I don't think some, external designing or something, external you need to really look cheap. It's very simple and anyone can make up. Over to you.
Indeed, Toastmaster, simplicity is the new luxury.
Nice.
Okay, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster, me and all the participants who volunteered today. Come on, let's give a big round of applause. So that is actually a great job done. As you've seen in a lot of meetings, the theme of the day goes to the north and the table topic goes to the south. You did a very good justice of keeping all the topics, related to the theme of the day. So great job done. Before we move on to the evaluation section, let me wrap up with the fifth type of wealth, which is financial. So when we started the session and when I asked all of you, which is the what comes to your mind when I say the word wealth, at least most of you said that it's financial wealth. So it is important. I mean, we are not saying we need money to survive and sustain and live our life. But if we compare it to all the other parameters, financial wealth probably comes at the last stage. Let me tell you a story about J.K. Rowling. So I think everybody knows that J.K. Rowling has written the Harry Potter series, and people are also familiar with her struggle that has gone, behind the scenes over the years. At the time, J.K. Rowling was a single mother. She was living on the assistance provided by the state, by the country, because she was not very financially rich. She used to actually go to the cafes because the environment in the cafes was warm, and she's from England. So it's traditionally a cold country. So she could not afford to have a warm house during the winters. That's why she used to go to the cafes and write things there. Once her Harry Potter series took off, she obviously became very rich, but she has decided to donate much of that money to different causes to, eradicate poverty, support children, etc. And from her perspective, she says that it's our moral responsibility that if we have more money than the required, we need to give it back to the people. So when I say financial wealth, it does not mean to accumulate this wealth. What it means is if you have financial wealth, you need to ensure that you help the people who are less privileged and help them to live a better life. So to conclude, and with all of these with a common theme, I would like all of you to think about Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. I mean, think about it. How he picked every bucket from these wealth. Time. The time he spent on this planet was wealth. He was working to a particular cause, and everybody knows him as the father of the nation. The social wealth, he worked with the people for the people, and he had a difference on life of a lot of, not a lot, that will be a small word to say, but probably every Indian. Mental, I mean, his teachings that he has said over the years still stick with us. People outside India also teach like teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. Physical wealth, he lived a very simple life. And I mean, over the years, he kept a very simple life where like he used to abstain from a lot of things, he used to live a very simple life. So he lived a life of physical wealth and financial. Like when Mr. Gandhi died, he had less than 10 items. So like he did not have any financial wealth, but he made sure that all of it is given to the people of the country. So after the meeting today, I hope that you all have got a different perspective on the wealth. So I would like you to identify which of these elements of wealth you like to focus on and what are you doing to achieve that wealth. With that,
Thank you, TMOD. Which of the wealth I need? All. I am in for all. I don't want to leave anything. I'll take this board also with me. All right. So if you guys all could push a little bit on, maybe you could sit there. Then we can have a better view of it because he's looking at the speaker from a very wrong angle. And I'm not sure what kind of look it will give my own self. So it's better to place it. All right. Thanks so much for that inconvenience of walking up to that. Now we start our evaluation section. First up is the speech evaluation. And for the speech evaluation, we first invite Anurag to share the first evaluation of Bhavesh. Bhavesh, and then he'll share about Ayushi. So may I request Anurag to come on the stage? Yeah.
Sir Zach Newton once said, "If I can see further, it is only because I'm standing on the shoulders of those who came before me." When I learned about your topic, your purpose or objective, I thought it should be some hardcore relationship between the mentee and mentorship. Little bit on the back of my mind, I thought it's very monotonous something. But when I heard your speech full of hilarious things, your relationship with Mr. Raju and his daughter was great. There are a lot of things that stand out for me, but I will highlight the few for you. The first is your body posture, hand gesture. Throughout the speech, I say your hands, you are looking stable, look calm, cool, and you are showing your hand gestures. Whenever you are calling it, you are also posing like this. So gesturing was perfectly fit, whatever the rule and whatever the instance are going to define there. You fully fit there. Second is the lessons for the audience. How to survive difficult conversation. And mostly when you reach to Mr. Raju's house and proposed and you revealed your feelings for her daughter. That was hilarious one. We can survive difficult conversation. Good. Okay. Thirdly, there are a few recommendations for you as well. One or two that I was saying. While I was writing it, sometimes I felt your speech was at the same pace throughout. Even though the instances were very alluring, I want to listen more and more. But somehow I felt it. Either I can write it, I can hear it. Even though you try to accommodate at the later part of the speech, but at the beginning, that part was missing, that I felt it. Secondly, there were my 2 or 3 instances I think you have described over there. Then, my shift was from one instance to another instance, then going back to the third instance. So a little bit, I was shifting here and there. Rather, I would suggest if you keep 2 instances, you should elaborate more over there, put some more hilarious things over there, that will make your speech even more effective. Overall, it was a great speech. Way beyond my expectations, some mentor and mentorship speech, how it would be, but it was great, fantastic. It was full of fun. So a little bit of adjustment. I hope you can make it even better in the coming weeks. Thank you. And
now we move to the first evaluator and we invite Toastmaster Ashish to evaluate Toastmaster Pratish. But I don't see him here. Okay, so here I am. That's the same general evaluator, so shifting the role. So Toastmaster Pratish. Wow, how where you pick it up, man? What an amazing start to a speech. When you did that posture, you grabbed my attention fully. and you grabbed all of the audience attention 100% there. I'm going to copy that with pride, whether you like it or not. That was such a lovely beginning. And if creativity was a sport, you will surely have a gold medal. What a wonderful job done. You, throughout your speech, whether it is Dawn का इंतजार 11 मुल्कों की पुलिस कर रही है. Oh, English is not allowed in Toastmasters. From there you picked it up, man. Super. I think whole of your speech was full of humor, and humor is the best way to engage audience. And 100 out of 100 marks on that element. And given your stage of Toastmaster journey, I compliment. That's a difficult one for people to incorporate in a speech, and you did it. Can we all give a round of applause? Second piece which you aced was the topic of your, or the purpose of your speech on body language. Whether it was starting like this or then moving to the clock. That Sonia kept waiting for you. But you really stole the heart of the audience with amazing body language. And it was not an overdone thing. Sometimes people go overboard, and it wasn't. Those elements were very, very good. Actually, you could cut short them a little bit. One felt it was elongated, but amazingly well done. And that was the damn purpose of your speech. Nailed it exceedingly well. Third piece which I want to highlight of your speech is the overall message. And I think while there was all humor going around, but the underlying message we could get throughout the speech, and you accentuated it at the end by sharing that one should enjoy the present rather than worrying about the past or future. And I think that came out throughout the speech and very well concluded by you. So that part of conclusion was another icing on the cake. And I think that's something for all of us to learn how to build this element. Couple of areas where you can do better. I felt voice modulation, which was also one of your objectives. You tried to induct that by saying that now I say it loud, now I say it, but it did not come out that way. Especially in the conversation, it was becoming a little confusing that when who is speaking. So there some bit of more practice is required, and some bit of more voice modulation, that when you are excited or angry or you're talking about a dialogue, change the voice there. Work on that, and I think over a period of time, of course, you will get there. And the second element of my recommendation is try to work on the structure of the speech. I felt this content, you can make a gem out of it. It's such a wonderful one. At places it was a bit elongated, a bit repeated, etc. If you tighten it, you are on the way to become one of the great hilarious speakers. A fantastic job done with regard to purpose, building creativity, humor, body language, and message. By working on the voice modulation and also the structure a little bit, you are on the way to become a great speaker. Back to you. Okay, you're ahead. All right, so we move to now the third evaluator, and that's again my friend Anurag. Anurag, it's your day, Anurag. Over to you.
Thank you. What a beautiful beginning. Have you ever felt lost? What to do next? In the beginning of the week, I always looking for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And there are many instances when I felt what to do next if I had nothing to do. Close points to Ayushi. Your speech was really based on the vocal variety and the body language. I think you have fully justified it. There are a lot of things that looks pretty good to me that I will mention here. The first is your gesturing part. Even though you are on the virtual setup, but your hand gestures, you are tilting back sometime, but sometimes you are coming back. You are pointing towards your mobile phone, or you are looking at your mom. Fully justified. All the gestures we can feel it, even though the whole speech was at the virtual setup. Great job done there. Second is your confidence and calmness. It's not the speech. I always felt you always look so cool, so calmness over there. It never looks like you are putting extra efforts in delivering your speech. It looks just natural and flow. It's coming automatically. That's, I think, one of the biggest points I ever felt in this speech. Thirdly, the message that comes out of it. Your mom was already there in the difficult times. So whenever we all are in difficult times, if someone who's beloved and near and when comes to us, helps us, listens to us, that time goes away. This is a message for all of us, which we all observe in our daily life. Again, a few recommendations. I won't say recommendations, which can take your speech to the further elevate to the next level. One is whenever you are having conversation with your mom, you can little bit incorporate their role play. For example, you are standing at one position, at another position you can come where your mom is standing. You can have a live conversation. It will make it more effective if you can little bit incorporate those things between conversation between you and your mom. Thirdly, I felt there were a couple of instances where you can incorporate more vocal variety or pitch. Somehow, audio I could not fully get. Probably even I could not notice. There was some voice distortion I could not hear properly. But I felt when you have the conversation between you and your mom, there was a huge chance, and ability for you to take it to a next level. Someone is speaking at a low level, and another one is speaking at a high level. That will, make your conversation even more, intensified over here and make it more real. That's pretty much overall. It was a good, great speech, full of, gesturing, body language, fully justifying the, purpose of this speech. Little adjustment in terms of vocal variety or role plays, so you can take it to the next level. And eventually, definitely, I will add the full, don't take the full role. You just need someone where you can put your shoulders to pass through the difficult times. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ralph. Very, very quickly, we move on to the evaluation of the table topics. And for that, may I request the ones who are evaluating, please stay or sit on your chair. Look at that camera if you're not very close to this. Otherwise, you can look at it. And if you're nearby, you can. What I want you to do is just share in 20 seconds, one or two key things which the person did well, one area of recommendation for the person. It's a short one. The detailed one will follow on the link which is there on the group, and I'll send that link on the guest group also, so all of us can do it. So first and foremost, for Himanshu, it's going to be Bhavesh. Yeah, okay. Those, if you're comfortable coming here,
Thank you so much. So I think my targeted speaker, Himanshu, you started out really well. It's very difficult to actually just narrate an entire story in a table topic. So I think you did phenomenally well there. Your story actually resonated with all of us. One recommendation would be that table topics timings are generally short. So just try to avoid greetings at the start. That hello all, my name is Himanshu and this, that. We can actually just avoid it and straight up jump to the topic. You use the Oreo approach as well, which I'll be actually mentioning in the WhatsApp group and in that Google form as well. But I think great job done. Your body language was firm, well structured, and kudos to you. Thank you.
Oh, that was super. You can follow this format. Bhavesh is a good trend setter, so let's just follow this format. Okay, it's coming to you. So compliment to you. It did not look like a guest speaking, and I think that, in my opinion, it can't be better compliment than that. So very, very well done. It did not look like a guest speaking at all. So it's exceedingly well done. You were very, very calm. Coming to the second speaker, and RTC evaluating. I can't see him. Okay. All right. It's your energy, man. Oof. Give a dose. Maybe if there is something, you and Mrinal, I think perhaps you'll have a good combination. He's not here today. Then it's a good combination between the both. Who gets better, right? The message was very good, and you summed it up by saying mental peace, time management, most crucial. And I hope and pray you are able to manage the girlfriends and wife. One input to you is to avoid the repeat of it, right? So that's an area. Of course, that's a challenging one because it's impromptu. You're not prepared, right? If you can sharpen that, your effect will become much sharper on the audience. Congratulations, well done. Now, Mr. Yuvraj is going to evaluate please. Next is Himanshu evaluating, so you can walk up.
So participating in table topics, just like that you are taking first step to step outside from the comfort zone. The topic was that if you have a 10 lakh rupees, that was good. They had the humor, and I think adding the humor in the table topics will make the audience engaging and more interesting. So I like it that he participated and had the humor at watching the reels, and these are very benefits in future also. So recommendation, just like that, I would like to say if the opinion can differ that having 10 lakh rupees, you can just say that I can invest in share market like a 50, 30, 20 investment scheme. And for 10 lakhs, half of the money you can invest somewhere, and half you can, if you have cash, you can just buy a gift and propose your girlfriend on Valentine's Day. They just have a beer whiskey. It's your choice. You are able to say it very well. If I would have 10 lakh rupees, then I would like to invest it for my future terms. Thank you.
I thought he said I would like to invest it in my girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well done. I thought your answer was very good. Generally, in table topic, sometimes the topic is a little restrictive and you just answer it. It sounds okay. Try and see you bring in a little more of your life inside that, right? Could be in the morning woke up and I felt I had a dream that I wanted to just go anywhere, right? Don't limit yourself to just the primary part of the topic. Go a little bit more and try and speak more. You spoke for just about 1 minute. Try and speak a little more, and I think that will help you on your journey. Well done. Thanks for the evaluation. Now for guest Sahil, guest Himanshu is going to evaluate.
So I'll keep it short. A couple of things which I liked about his speech was throughout the speech he had the smile on his face, and I could feel the humbleness that he was speaking with. So the audience was able to feel the love and the warmth throughout the speech. And also you shared few of the nuggets about your life, that you had a relationship for 5 years and you got married 1 year back. So I love those. But only recommendation that I had is you could elaborate a little more. You could have shared a little bit of more nuggets from the life, or specific one situations that you would have enjoyed a lot. So that would be my only recommendation.
Yes, Sahil, well done. He spoke about a girlfriend who became a wife. So that was a twist around it. Well done. You stitched a story, you shared your life. Sharing our own story is the most vulnerable thing on the stage, and that was very well done by you. I don't have any specific recommendation for you. Himanshu has already covered. Again, keep coming on the stage, you'll get better over a period of time. Now, it was the speech of Pritish that was evaluated by Sahil. And Rashmi, you could walk up and give me my evaluation after this. Yes. Over to you, Sahil.
So, Toastmaster Pratish, right? So the topic was very humorous in the sense what GPA would, if it is talking, what will do, right? So 10 seconds of pause, which he did in the beginning, was actually made us laugh, because that topic was actually very hilarious. So good things I found was he was able to complete in time. Of course, he was able to convey the message. He started the funny tone, expression, body language that was actually reflection of what he has already started in his speech as well. Only one recommendation, maybe I know that I can do, but yeah. So there was more pauses in the speech, so it could have been more connected, so that the full message conveyed. So sometimes I thought it is over, but we were calling the speech. So, but the topic was examined like this, so very well.
Thank you. The hilarious thing did not stop at the speech; it continued in the table topic. Well done, and hope that continues as well. Now, Rashmi will evaluate my speech.
So my target speaker, Toastmaster Ashish, he is one of the legends of our ETC. So whenever he comes to the stage, he always owns it. And the way he speaks, be it prepared speeches or table topic, he sounds like he knows the content very well. He is very confident on the stage. And love your topic. 2 things that I would want to learn from you is the way you add humor to your content, and it sounds very natural. Be prepared speech on a table topic. And the second thing that I want to learn from you is the way you use voice modulation. So that is what I want to get it from you. And preparation, except give us more chance and opportunities to hear you more.
Thank you so much. My day has gone up, unfortunately. Okay, that's on a lighter note. Now, last one, Dikshita is going to evaluate Anurag's. And after that, may I request first the counter to speak.
So today my target speaker was Anurag, and I have nothing to say about Anurag because he's actually a champion of table topic contest in the contest. So I really like the way you started the topic, because you weaved it well. You showed actually stark difference between actually people who are rich and people actually who are trying to show off. So I really like the way that you sum up everything within a minute. So that was really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, so first of all, you are a reference when it comes to table topics. Thanks for being being there. And now we'll move on to the tag team report, starting with our
So I'm back. Now it's my time to do counter attack. So I divided my make my report green zone, divided into 3 parts. Green zone less than 5, the filler words, overused words. Yellow zone equal to 5 and just overused words. And red zone is the place you get a red wine. So the stitching time stays 9, but don't forget to have a red wine, otherwise you will not be fine. So the green zone less than 5 years time, I Toastmaster Ashish, Puneet, Dikshita, Vimanshu, Anurag. And yellow zone equal to 5 to Sahil, guest side. So more than 5, the filler words over Toastmaster Vishal, Himanshu, Bhavesh, Pritesh, Ayushi, Rashmi. They will have a red wine.
Your red wine will stay with us. Just one recommendation: if you can pick up the most used filler of the speaker and also share, you can do it in the guest group now, but in the future you can share that also. Then we know we are more conscious not to use it, right? For me, it could be for someone it could be so that makes it a little more richer. But red wine is always here. So now we move to the grammarian, and I'll request Dikshita to share her report, please. Hit the road running.
I actually today had the most easy day because I couldn't find any flaws from anybody because everybody spoke well and the grammar was good. The only thing the idiom was used only twice, by Ashley once and by Ashley thrice on the second time. And the word was used by used only 5 times. That's it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dikshita. Short and sweet report. Yes. Next time, would recommend you to build in a little more repeat of some key usages, good usages as well. All of us will remember those good usages. Otherwise, the red wine will be forgotten. Yes. Super. Now we move to the timer's report and we will request Banju. He will kill me because it's already near 1:30. But
Thank you. I'm back again. As I told that I will not speak a lot, my card can speak, so card was speaking. I hope you were listening. So everything was going right, everything was going on the way. And if I talk about the prepared speech, so Toastmaster Pritesh took 8 minutes. Toastmaster Bhavesh took 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Toastmaster Ayush took 7 minutes, 30 seconds. No, he was for, I think, 8 minutes. For table topics, everyone completed speech within the time frame, but one person, Toastmaster Puneet, he took only 47 seconds. I believe people took more time. And for general evaluation, Toastmaster Anurag took 2 minutes 40 seconds. Toastmaster Ashish took 3 minutes 20 seconds, and Toastmaster Anurag took 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So thank you so much for cooperation.
Thank you for keeping us relatively well on time. I know a little bit late. Very quickly, amazing job done overall. Let's give a huge round of applause to I think it's one of my most engaging meeting I've seen, despite the primary role players. Other primary ones are not there today. Extremely well done. We were about 3-4 minutes late, but that's okay. Even time works that much. Then when Vishal is TMOD, you are 100% sure you want amazing game. And what I love is what I love the most about is integration of stories around it. Okay, each of the topic you had story vision. There's no better way than story vision. Like you did that exceedingly well. I don't have any recommendation. You just keep coming more and more. Audience would love to listen to you. Then table topic, where you were hiding yourself. Such lovely table topics. I'm not exaggerating. It's one of the best table topic selection which I've seen. A, linked to theme. B, the way you stitch those topics. And they did not look to be Google, because I also do that. Google se puch lo. They did not look to be like that. By the way, the Zoom was also asking which language are you speaking for this video. Because so much, Ritesh and I have spoken a lot of Hindi. By side note, exceedingly well done. What the second thing which I liked about your part is that you were also adding. You started with your story and explanation, which again is very good way. And in between, you were sharing your stories as well. Super job done. Only recommendation keep coming more and more. Fantastic. Overall, Sajid Ram started well. Presiding officer was first timer. Let's give her a round of applause. I'm not sure it was completely prepared. So just one recommendation to, and I know the our normal presiding officer could not come because of an exigency. So it was a situation. Normally, of course, we have a full presiding officer, right? I think that was a bit of an area which for next time, if it happens, we have to try and see. Maybe in a regular course, we should try to give practice to the backup presiding officer so that he or she get a little more prepared around this topic. So that was one area where perhaps we can do a little better, perhaps tighten a little bit on the timing. For those organizing team, if you guys can come a little bit early, we can start sharp on time. I firmly believe on those who don't respect time, time doesn't respect them. So that's an area which we all can work on. The tag team today was last minuters, and but still, I think kudos for taking the job, taking the role at the last minute. The reports, try and see if you can make it a little more richer. That will enhance the takeaways for the meeting. But overall, a lot of fun element, a lot of learnings. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's give it to the presiding officers now, and I request Commissioner to take the seat. Somebody, but yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, Vishal is working on a voting in, so let's welcome our guest to give the feedback. Welcome.
So it was a great meeting. So the topics are very good. Table topics were very good. I like the speech on Toastmaster Bhavesh because it's about a one-sided crush or love. So I would like to add that friendship is the first step and the last step of the love. He is very lucky that it was a two-sided love, but I'm very unlucky. No, that's not because I've tried on it. I have one-sided crush also on girls because I'm from Indian University, Noida. So I used to have crush on the girls, but they're not so really interested in me. So I'm trying it in Toastmaster. The reason to join Toastmaster is just to explore as many as girls. Because no, it's not my belief that if you have one-sided crush, if you're in love, it's okay. Now it's their age. Now for me, I'm a bachelor. Because after marriage, I will not get the chance. When your wife will come, your left will be straight. Neither left, nor right. So I just believe that it's the age to enjoy your life. Secondly, see, I like the speech of Pritesh. The starting I like the most. Because I think these interesting elements will make the speech more interesting. Going back into the past and just to meet, just to have a time spent with your girlfriend. Sonia, you see there? It was a great opportunity for me that to participate in table topics, win star and our counter role. So go to
Okay.
Next.
So this is my second meeting. So as always, there is a tremendous amount of learning. So I felt the table, the prepared speech were not only meant for speakers, but it was more a lesson which you can grab.
So each and every speech, starting from Dikshik, Bhavesh, Ayushi, so fantastic job done. So there was a key message which we can actually take in our life, and especially the 5 things. I think even Toastmasters resemble that. So it is nothing time, social gathering, mental, we are getting new thoughts. Physical, we are traveling here, so that's about physical, and of course, outcome is financial. We improve in our professional life as well. So I think great job, and table topic was also one, and of course Ashish sir, I became fan from the last meeting as well, but I'm like fan for most of you, and of course Grammarian, and each and everything was actually perfect, and a lot of learning was there. So I'll be happy to come here and be a member of our team.
Thank you so much. Yes,
Well, there is only the reason why I keep coming back in this meeting as a guest is because I get to hear a lot of lovely speeches today. The Bhavesh speech was very inspiring to me. And not only that, the table topics that were presented today, they were very innovative. And I thought they provided the speakers with the opportunity to speak. And even the giving us the opportunity to evaluate other people was very innovative, because I thought it provided us with the opportunity to put ourselves in the shoes of the evaluator. Because as a guest, we don't get this opportunity very easily. But being able to evaluate opens up the other part of the mind that we have to look at from a different perspective, the speech as it. So overall, it was very great and interesting meeting. So yeah, had a fun. Thank you.
Are we ready with the voting day? Yeah. Guys, bear with us. We just working on the voting. It's 2 minutes now. Two more speeches. I gave my speech in one rest. But give speech, lot of I'm giving the speeches in other clubs. Not this club.
We are enough to go to.
That's my work, no? You should highlight other work.
Table topics.
Yes,
I think I'm done almost. Last one.
Now, he has asked me to take your photo for what you are doing. So I got a message from him. Yuvraj, और सर के picture नाम है भूल गया
You can access the link.
Link is the posted in the guest version, right? Can you just check the guest club, please? The second one, yeah. Yes. Can you see Himanshu and Sam? And Yuvraj, can you see the thing?
Thank you for this creative suggestion. She was speaking, it was so funny that red flags and restart. Red flags and restart. Very, very funny.
dating today.
Can you add Yuvraj number, please? The guest too? Because I'm not there.
Yuvraj, your number.
Number 6.
Okay, while I'm link in the description. Whoever has evaluated, please also submit a written version that has a little more details. Thank you so much. Your experience also to learn what are the elements you have to look at in a speech. So in that sense, you will enjoy it. Yeah, that's what super. What? One thing.
Because I pushed it again. In the actual did now.
Yeah, the results are there mostly. Yeah. Online, Puneet, Aishi, have you filled the form? Yeah, Aishi is filled. Puneet is. So in the meantime, we can take a Zoom feed while the form is coming.
Yes.
Yes. All of us can come here, or some of us can go there in that video. Some of us can come here. Just turn on the video. We can be at 3 places.
Stop the what? I'm still there.
Rashmi, एक तरफ कर दो. You guys can come on this video. This is one.
Okay. So here I am.
इसको turn कर दो इस तरफ. Yeah, Vishal, you guys can go there. So you guys can go there. ठीक है. Aishi, could you help us with a good, nice picture? Background, बंद करो.
Gurgaon Champions Toastmasters Club background.
That's myself.
I can only see. Oh,
Yeah.
I can only see. Huh, yeah, it's better now. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. On a count of 3, 2, 1, and smile. Okay, done.
That was. But in the meantime, now that we are ready, the writing officer can do the honors.
Okay. So we have received the votes. Guys, please help us.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
So we have received the votes. So the best ox role player. Any guesses?
Yeah.
Devanshu.
You want to hold that again? That would be good. What do you want to?
I want to read it. The name is right.
Role player. Vishal, Rashmi, Ashish.
Rashmi. One more you guys can take, one I'll take from here.
Thank you. Best prepared speakers, British, Bhavesh, Ice.
Dedicated to Nadi, sir.
Best prepared speech evaluator, Ashish Anurag. Table topic speakers. Sorry. Any guesses? For the guests. Himanshu.
Super.
Thank you all. That's all. Thank you.
Now, can we have the close one? I have the signing of the book. Thank you so much for being a student to this meeting.
Super. Thank you. Thanks, Dikshita.
See you.
कॉपी में मेरे ऑफिस के बहुत सारा सामान है
Top it, right?
Yeah.